Hi everyone, welcome to tillycrafts.co.uk. Welcome to my Make It Thursdays. You're joining Karen and I'm a Stampin' Up, the UK Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I just wanted to bring you this quick and easy card today. I'm trying to go for simple stamping and easy projects to put together that can be stepped up. For today's, I've chosen Under My Umbrella. I've only done a couple of cards with this and I thought it was about time I used it. So when I got together with a couple of friends, we did, and this is what I came up with. So I will show you how we put it together. There's a bit of blending in this one though. Let's pop them over there. Right, what you need, you need a piece of Whisper White. This is a thick Whisper White, and it's an A4 sheet and it's cut in half and scored in half. Whoops, did it the right way. So I'm just using my bone folder to give it a nice crisp edge. There we go, that's nice. And I've also got a piece of DSP, and this measures 5 3/8 by, no it doesn't, let me get it straight, it measures 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. It's confusing, all these eights. And this is in the lovely new DSP. These are the 6x6 sheets and they're in the new ink colours, and this is Misty Moonlight. I should have said before, this one here is the new Just Jade, and they've got this lovely wood effect on one side, and it's got it's Stampin' Up Statement of the Heart, and it's in every language that they're in, like in Europe, Australia, the Netherlands, I think there's Germany, and obviously in English as well. So that's on one side, but on the other sheets, if I can get it, the other sheet is like a denim effect. It's like it reminds me of denim anyway. So on that side, and this side it's dots, but the dots have actually got like blue lines through them, and they come in the 5 new ink colours, which are Magenta Madness. How bright is that? It actually matches my top. Or laughing because it more or less matches my top. It comes in the Misty Moonlight, which we're using, the Just Jade, which we're using for, the Bumblebee, which is brilliant coloured yellow. Love that. And then I can pull it out. One that we can't forget, Cinnamon Cider. How cool are those? Also, the catalogue actually went live today, the new Stampin' Up catalogue. This is it, and we can actually look inside now. So I might do something on that, or I might just bring you the new sets I've got in it. But obviously, if you need a catalogue and you're not a demonstrator, or you don't already have a demonstrator, please feel free to contact me. That's my website address, tillycrafts.co.uk. Right, I need to think what I'm doing now. Right, first of all, we're just going to stick this down, and I'll just use a bit of Tombow for this. I think everybody was having a mad rush this morning because we could place an order. So I think that's what every demonstrator was doing first thing this morning, was on the system placing their order to get all the new stuff. As demonstrators, we are lucky, we do get to pre-order, but there's only a certain amount that you're allowed to pre-order. So I put that on there. It's got quite a wide border, which I quite like on this card because it's quite coloured inside. I think the white just brings it out. Let's put my lid back on that. And also what we need is a piece of Whisper White. This actually measures 3/4 of an inch. It doesn't really matter how long it is, because as you can see, we just stamp in this sentiment on it, and then I'm just going to make a tag at the end. And just a piece of Whisper White. Now the width of this is the same as this one. It's 3.58, We're not going to adhere the whole of it, it's just for this bit at the bottom and to stamp the umbrellas. So what we'll do is I'll just stamp my sentiment, and I've chosen out of this stamp set, no matter the weather, we'll be friends forever. So hopefully I'm stamping this straight because I can't get my head above it. If not, I'll do it again. There we go, that's good enough for me. So we'll just leave that there. Then also I need 2 umbrellas. So I'm just going to stamp them there. Now with this set, there is actually a punch that goes with it to cut these umbrellas out, because there's the open one and then we also have a closed one. But because they're quite big shapes, I'll just fussy cut them out because I don't mind fussy cutting. So that's my top bit. So for the bottom bit, we're just basically going to stamp this flower, and it's the one with the 3 flowers on it and a bit of green. So I'm just going to stamp them down here in like a random pattern. It doesn't matter if you go off the page. And you can see, the good thing about these photopolymers is that you can actually see over the top, so you can see where you put in your image. So you can just do it around how you want it. And I think I'm just going to bob that in there like that. And then put another one there. And then I might just come in with a little one there. And put another little one in there. I'm quite happy with that. So that is the main bit of stamping done. We've still got to stamp the umbrella handle even. But for now, we're going to colour these in with the blends. And the blends I've chosen for this one, for my umbrellas, I've got Rococo Rose, I've got Bermuda Bay, and I've got Mango Melody in the light and the darks for those. And then for my little flowers, I've got Granny Apple Green for the leaves, and then I've just got Dark Purple Posy, Light Pumpkin Pie, and Dark Seaside Spray. And then I'll probably just use the Mango Melody to do my flower centres. Straightforward, there's nothing hard about using these blends. So I'll just turn it around. Basically all I'm doing on here is I'm just following the outline round like this. It's quite hard actually doing this on camera, because usually I've got my head right over the top so I can see what I'm doing, but we are cutting them out so it's not too bad. Do it like this, because then I can use the other one to blend it a bit more. And the only one I've forgotten is my colour lifter, but I shall get that afterwards. So then the light one, I'm just going to go over all of it. With blends, I always use the Memento ink because it works better. You don't get any colour runs with these because these are alcohol markers. And I've just ordered the new in colours in Stampin' blends. Can't wait to get them. Some lovely colours. That Magenta Madness is fab. I've got another project coming out with that soon. So if you just go over it like that, and then it will fade in. And Bermuda Bay the same. If I knew how to speed it up I would do, and then you wouldn't have to sit and watch me colour all this in, but Until I get more technical, you will have to watch me colour. Or you could always fast forward past this bit. There we go. Yeah, I can't wait to get my order now from Stampin' Up. There's some amazing sets coming. There's one with cute zebras. And they always give you these brochures to send out with your catalogues in case anybody's interested in joining. And they've used this zebra in there, and it's all in pink, and it's so cute. So I think I'll be making a few cards with that. This is one of my favourite colours as well, Bermuda Bay. See how that's starting to dry now. I will grab my colour lifter in a minute and just show you how I just go over it a little bit. Can't believe the weather today. I'm filming this on, is it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday the 3rd of June. Because it'll go live tomorrow on Thursday, because that's me Make It Thursday day on my blog. It's my grandson's birthday today, been glorious all week, and then what happens today? Chucks it down. But saying that, he's had a good time. So while I've got this out, I'm just going to dot the middle of my flowers. This. See, I would have got them a bit closer if I got my head over, but hey ho. It's handmade, so it's unique. What I will do with these as well after is I'll go over them with my Wink of Stella, but I'll wait till I've cut them out. And then I can just go over it. Grab a colour lifter. See, it's so much better being downstairs doing this, because if I forget anything, it's just behind me. So you can do this and it lifts the colour off. So it gives the appearance of like the sun, you know, if it was catching it on certain parts. And it doesn't, well, it picks up a bit of the ink, but then you just go over it and it takes it off. There we go. That's fine. That's those done with. Just move them out my way. And then for the flowers, the Granny Apple Green. I didn't do a lot of blending on these, but I just went over the leaves in the middle with the dark. It's better on big leaves, doing blending and flowers. There's a new suite coming out, and it's called, I need to remember the names of it. I think it's called Prized Peony, if I've got that right. We'll have a look in a minute. And the flowers on that is absolutely gorgeous, so I can't wait to get my blends on it. And that's one of the new kits actually, where we buy the kit and then the stamp set, and you make up so many cards. So I've got the kit as well. But then obviously once the kit's used, I don't know, I can't remember if this one's got a refill pack. I'm sure it has. But then you've still got the stamp set to make your own cards with. But I think the best thing about kits is they're good for if you're just starting off and you don't know what you like, and it just gives you a feel for it, but then you've got everything there instead of buying a load of different things like a load of paper and different inks and different stamps and blocks. In the kit, everything's in there that you need. Let's see if I've managed to get all these leaves. I usually end up missing one. yeah, I think I made, I'm sure they're on my website, but I made, I think it was 3 cards with this. And I didn't really like, well, I liked it, but I didn't really like it. And it's just been sat on my shelf all year. So I thought, I'll get it out. And we started playing with it, and I quite like it again. I thought I'd do a few cards. There we go. Don't think I've missed any. And then just go over it with this. I'm using the bullet tip on here with them being smaller. So, it doesn't really matter which way. I use the brush end more if it's a larger area. But the bullet end's fine. Purple Posy. That was pumpkin pie, by the way. I love this purple posy. This is last year's in colours, but the in colours stay for 2 years. So the 5 we've lost are lovely lipstick, which I absolutely love as well. It's a brilliant colour. Lovely lipstick. Call Me Clover, which is a green, but Just Jade is okay because that replaces that nicely. Blueberry Bushel, Pineapple Punch, and Grapefruit Grove. And we've got these new 5 colours that all stay now till 2022. And these ones sadly will go next year, and I really do like the Purple Posy. That will be staying on my shelf. This is a last year's in colour Seaside Spray, which is a nice blue. Right. See, so it isn't too laborious to colour these in, but I love using my blends on these images. So even if you're not a good artist, it makes you seem like a good one. Oops, is that everyone else? A little bit there. Right, and now the fun bit. All I basically did with these, I'm just going to cut this off. And then I just fussy cut round it. Just turn your paper and let your scissors do the work without moving them. I do like fussy cutting, I just find it so relaxing. That's why I tend to, if I get stamp sets with big images, I don't tend to get the dies so much. And that's that bit done. Like I said, there's a little bit more white on this one than that one, but that's because I couldn't get my head over. Right, let's cut these out. And there is a new stamp set in the catalogue. I think it's called Pretty Parasols. And the punch set that goes with this also fits the umbrellas on that stamp set. And they're like lacy umbrellas, or parasols, I should say. That's what they're called. So it is quite versatile, and obviously like this stamp set is in the new catalogue as well, it's carried over. I've still got quite a few stamp sets that I can't part with because I love them too much. Oh, and there's a new one. There's a World of Good suite, which is all about globes. I think I showed it on one of previous videos. It's one that I could pre-order. It's a manly one. But I've also ordered, there's two that are quite good for men cards, and one's called Whiskey Business, and it's got like a decanter on it and a whiskey glass with ice in it, which I suppose you could put wine in it if you didn't want to use the wine bottle, or rum or port, something like that. But that looks like that's going to be quite a well used stamp set for men. I know women like a drink too, but there's one with there's a stamp set with like a cocktail glass in it. I can't remember what that's called now, but I'm sure I'll get to know them all in a bit. Nearly done now. And then we can just put the card together. And then all I've got to do is write my blog up. I always find it hard writing blogs. I just wish you could just do it all by video and not have to write anything up, but I will do, because I'll put all the measurements and the list of items I've used on these cards on there. Right, let's just move these little bits out. These are the wellies out of it. Excuse me. Right, so swing the card in. Stuck something on my paper there. Right. So these, I'll just put them up on dimensionals. I always put them in a case because they're easy to find, because I lose things that many times. Right. A few at the top. Oops. A couple at the bottom. I'm just waiting on for some small dimensionals, because they're ideal for putting on the ends. There is a way to get these off where you take a pick tool, but I haven't mastered that yet, so I end up with these all over. Oops. Right. And then basically I just lined it up at the bottom, left a little bit of the blue, like that. And then what I did for these, I decided where I wanted them. Like that. And then I brought in, where have I gone with it? There it is. Right, I'm going to have my sentiment about there. So I'll put more up there. So I stamped that up, and then I just sort of lined it up and put that in there. That one about there, and this one down here. There we go. And then I did the same with these, put these onto dimensionals. Yeah, did a couple on these. And one here. On the top. Oh, I think I put 3 on this one because it's an odd shape. There we go. So like, oops, that's not that one. They will go on there like that. I'm just going to snip this down. Make sure. So all I did was I cut it off. I eyeballed it to see the middle, and then I just came in and made a tag. Like that. again, put that one on dimensionals too. Oops. And then I just put that on the end there. I wanted it to go over. And then these umbrellas, they're all sticking to my fingers. I think I've got some glue on my fingers. Let's put that on there. Oops, butterfingers today, I think. And then that one there. Oh, it's a bit of glue that's floating about. That's because I cleaned my silicone mat before and it just rolls off a silicone mat when you glue in with wet glue, because I was dabbing it onto something, and when I've cleaned it off I must have forgot to move that bit. There we go. And then I took my Winker Stella and I just went over these to just give it a bit of glitter. Sometimes it picks up ink, so I usually just go on my paper just to check. I love Winker Stella. It just makes it so nice. There we go. And then if I hold it up, I don't know if you can see the Winker Stella on it, but it dries lovely. And that's my quick card for today. So there's my original, and there's the one we've just made. Like you can see, like that's just a bit thing, but I just think the white brings out the rest of it on there. And I've done no bling on it, no ribbon and no bling, but I think it's just nice to have a plain card. I'm trying to get more into doing simple and straightforward, but I still do my bling ones every now and again. That was the stamp set we used. They've got some other sentiments. This one is no matter the weather, we're friends forever. But you've got like life showers brings love's flowers. So rain or shine, you're always on my mind. It's your day, showered with love, and hello sunshine. And you've also got these welly bobbles, which I've got some on there and they're good. And raindrops, but they're nice. I think I did those on one of my previous cards and I just did them in very pale blue and they look quite nice. So that's my 2 cards for today. Hope you like those. I'm just going to have a quick look at this card kit I wanted to show you. There it is. Look, you can see that it's called Gorgeous Posies, and this is like the card kit. So you get in the envelopes, notepad, the envelopes, the cards. You get these little fronts you can put on them. You get embellishments, and you get these are like labels, pre-stamped labels, so you can just pop them out, ribbon, and then to go with that, there is this Gorgeous Posy stamp set, and I've ordered both of these, but this coordinates with that, so you've got your sayings here that coordinate with that, and I just think it's absolutely wonderful. If you wanted everything together, this one is called Boho Indigo, and it's got everything in there, so you don't need to buy anything separate. It's got the stamp set, it's got the dies, it's got the papers, the ribbon, and the embellishments that you can cut out. And obviously I did say the stamp set, didn't I? Yeah, so you get all that in that kit. I will show you a few more in the catalogue when I do my other blogs, so you can see it. There's a lot of stuff carried forward. One of the good things, this is the World of Good suite that I showed you, but on the this new catalogue, they actually give you a colour combination of the ones that coordinate with the set. I mean, you don't have to use these colours, but if you wanted everything matching and you weren't quite sure which yellow it was, which green it was, then it gives you all the colours they've used in it. So that is an absolute beautiful set. And if keep an eye on my blog. I have got a card coming out with this on, so you'll see that soon. Right, thank you all very much for joining me. I hope to see you again soon, and have a nice, well, I'm saying a nice night because it's Wednesday night, but when you see this it'll be Thursday, so have a nice day on Thursday. Thank you all for joining me. Goodbye.